Finally, after all these games, we can start to get the loop online. And now we loop. Hello, my treasures. If you can't already tell from the clip, we are going to be playing Krag'wa Infinite Loop Shaman. Also, I will just say this right now. This deck is not that good. It had around a 45% win rate, and I did test it a shit ton. I actually tested around 100 games with the deck, and because I did so much testing with the deck, there will be two versions in the description down below. The first one is going to be that with Lightning Bolt and Overdraft as the main key win condition, and the second version is going to be the one that's showcased in the last game of the video, where we are going to be using Ajarn Scroll and Scalding Geyser instead. This prevents you from ever going to fatigue, which is why I ended up actually preferring this method. So let's begin with the Mulligan guide. No matter which version of the deck, you are basically going to be looking for the same type of cards. Cards that will generate you additional removal tools, or cards that will draw you through the rest of your deck. For example, Prescience might look really bad in this deck since we do run 2/3 cost minions. However, because Krag'wa is such an important key combo piece within the deck, it allows us to get access to him incredibly quickly. And while there aren't really any ways in the other version of the deck to search key combo pieces, Ajarn Scrolls can actually act as additional copies of cold storage or ways to get more removal tools. With that all being said, let's look at some games. Okay, time for a game against Death Knight. Well, we're going to get rid of tiny toys. We don't want anything tiny in this opening hand. And that's probably one of the worst cards that we could have mulliganed into. Okay, let's see how we can actually do this. Let's just use schooling. Let's see if we can school them a little bit. Oh, foul eggs. So something's a foul afoot. Let's just go face. Cross strike. And that's a little bit of waste in my opinion, but I mean, if you need to generate additional removal for this, I guess. I would have actually used it on the egg if I was them, which sounds a little bit weird, but if you don't have any way to trigger the egg, that probably isn't the worst solution. Do we want to hero power? I think we do just want a hero power. We could have also put down the 3 school piranhas, whatever the hell they're called. Oh, Death Chiller. We need to get rid of that instantly next turn. It's amazing that that triggers off of any type of spell and not just frost spells. If it was in a different class, it would be just one type of spells. Pretty sure there's something very similar currently in Mage. Well, let's swarm their board a little bit. Oh, we got a nice little heal. Doesn't really do too much. The mutt pool is kind of interesting. How do we want to do this? Let's just kill that and then we can leave everything else up. Pass it back to them. Oh, okay. Of course it hits one of the fish. Let's see if we can get real lucky here. We could also kill, I mean, out of all the things it could hit, that's probably the best, of course. Oh, I mean, oh, that's actually kind of funny. It doesn't actually draw us into Krag'wa, draws us into Plug, but pretty nice as a draw, especially against what I'm assuming is just pure Frost. Frost has been moving towards a lot of minions, which Frost-like thing I would assume that they would do. It's kind of funny that Frost ended up becoming basically just Unholy Decay, but better. I'm actually kind of curious of what type of Death Knight we're going to see in the next set, because this was supposed to be the Blood, and Blood DK is probably the worst out of the 3. Okay, so how do we want to do this? We don't have an evolve target in our hand, or evolve in our hand, I should say. But we can do this. This gets rid of most of the board, or we could do that too. Yeah, let's just get rid of 2 out of the 3. I kind of want to keep a Lightning Storm just in case they go for a super wide board. Oh, if they're pure, then that probably is going to do 2 damage, and it did. Okay. We're in a bit of a cold position. Okay. Now we get Glug. Good old Gulper. Gonna gulp our way to victory. There was actually a game that I almost included in this video that I got like a 40-40 Glug and a 20-20 Glug on the board at the same time because of cold storage, but because it was such an early version of the deck, I ended up just saying nah, and I had some funnier wins than that. Okay, we're going to use tiny toys, hoping that they will do absolutely nothing, and then we can just evolve something here. Come on, Lady Prestor, nice to see ya. trying to think of what other classes I could use Lady Prestor in that I haven't already. Because we did Paladin, I think. Actually, I think we've only ever done Prestor on this channel once. Maybe twice. Might be something to revisit. Well, there goes our board, which is still kind of fine. Yes, this. Overextend a little bit. Let us wipe everything out with a good old Broken and the Broken. Overdraft. We could also put down Glug. I think this is the safer bet. Destroy their 3 minions. Heal or put a taunt up. We could also use Fiery. Yeah, Fiery might be the best just because we are at a pretty decent HP pool. So they have 3 damage on board. We have, well, nothing in hand. Oh, no, we have 4 in hand, I guess. Freeze us out for a turn. So what do we want? Oh, Krag'wa actually works, I think. Okay, if we hero power, we have 7. We can Lightning Storm, get rid of everything. Use Lightning Bolt, we got unlimited power. And then Overdraft a little bit. And then pass the turn. Then next turn, oh, that is a pretty nice change of pace right there. We're actually pretty close to just being able to get the loop here. All we really need is cold storage. I think trying to go for the loop might be a little bit of a mistake. So we might just... Okay, so Krag'wa is 6 mana. Oh, there's the cold storage. Ask and you shall receive, I guess. Let's use good old Lightning Bolt, and we could go for the loop, but I'm just going to win out the game. Okay, time for a game against Paladin. Ooh, good old Judgment Uther. This opening hand, let's get rid of 2 out of 3. I'm assuming Lightning Storm is just going to be good. Most Paladin decks, even if they have a low minion count, are still going to swarm the board a little bit, lower HP minions. Okay, I guess we just pass it back. Got nothing really else to do. Good old battle. We're going to give them quite a battle in this game. Primordial Wave doesn't do anything yet. Just going to hero power. Okay. So maybe Lightning Storm isn't going to do what I need it to do. Tiny Toys is funny. Okay, do we want to coin out? We can either coin out or use Farsight. Farsight, oh, good old quartz. Storage, that doesn't do much yet. It's nice for the loop, but it doesn't do anything that we need right now. Okay, so coining out command might be best. Could also do Cavern. Because Cavern puts pressure on the board that they have to actually attack into. Maybe we can get them to freeze some of their own minions. That would be always nice, you know? Oh, okay. So, how to do this next turn? We could Lightning Storm. Is that worth it though? Because if we Lightning Storm, it doesn't get rid of Carry All. We could also Command. Command gets rid of the same amount of minions. So I think we're just going to go face. I can't remember the interaction between Divine Shield and Freeze. So we're not even going to worry about that. We're just going to freeze their face in case they have some weapon synergy that I don't know about. Order in the Court. Alliance Bannerman. I'm assuming Order in the Court got them Light Rays. Assuming they're that version up here. I still do not like the fact that we've basically so much free mana discount. Okay. So we could Lightning Storm, or we could just kill some other minion. I don't think Lightning Storm technically is worth it yet. We won't have mana next turn for Primordial Wave. So we can just use one of the commands, I guess. Unleash the elements on our foes. Go past the turn. We have quite a bit of elemental synergy without actually running any elementals in the deck. I kind of want to do something with elemental synergy before stuff rotates out. The original idea I had for a Krag'wa OTK deck was to somehow randomly generate the Radiant Elementals, but that seemed a little bit too meme. Even for my own taste. Because I know technically you could, off of the one 2/2 elemental that exists. That gives you a random one in your hand. Then you'd have to find ways to duplicate it, and that's too much of a hassle compared to something like this. Okay. So if we use Lightning Storm, guess we weren't going to, but we can get 2 minions this way. The problem is, if I Primordial Wave these, they're just going to give them some really good minions. So we're just going to kill them all, I guess. Gotta love having the Fool actually get empowered by that. That is also an art card in the deck that I actually almost cut. I did cut a copy of it. I was running 2. Turns out this deck has a ton of draw power, and sometimes you just have a full hand like this and you can't do jack shit because there's nothing in your hand that will allow you to do anything. Okay, so we're gonna ask the elements to help us out a little bit here. Let's just heal up, because why not? Then let's just do 2 damage. Probably should have done the 3 to face, but or even summon the... Okay, Leviathan. Now, do we want to devolve that this turn? I kind of do. I think this is going to be a game where we actually go for a evolve when... Okay, that could be really funny, given the amount of draw power we have and the cards in our deck that will allow us to get to our other horsemen incredibly easily. So we're going to want to get rid of it off of our board somehow. Come on, get... I was really hoping for the Countess. Oh, speaking of which, I prefer not to look at that right now. Okay, so what... Do we have any neutral minions in the deck is the question. Don't think we have. I think the 2 neutral cards are in our hand right now. We could actually freeze that out just to freeze it, I guess. Do we really want a Countess in our hand? Can we really count on that giving us victory? Ooh, Lightning Bolt. Okay. So how do we want to do this? If we Lightning Storm, that gets everything low. Doesn't kill anything, but it gets low. We can also Lightning Bolt, or we could use Schooling. Schooling allows us to almost clear out the entire board. To kill that, we do actually kind of want to get Rivendare off the board. Just in case they generate some type of silence, steal, I don't know what. Countess has been notorious to backfire against me so much. Let's see if their invitations are truly legendary. Glug. That is definitely a legendary minion. Okay, how do we get to Glug's face? Do we care about getting to Glug's face? Because we can just glug our way to victory. Because they'll be forced to attack into Glug if we do. You can also draw some cards too. Drawing might be a better option because it'll draw 3 and we get to see what they are. Okay. I can work with one of the horsemen. Oh. Okay. So the question is, do we Primordial Wave? Which I think the answer is no. Also probably should have overdrafted there, but it is what it is. Oh, that's actually kind of funny. That's actually really good for us because we can bolt their face down. I don't know where I was going with that, but okay, they're going to show some alliance pride. Okay, Wing Commander. That Glug is really good. It isn't that big. It definitely could get bigger. Come on, just hit our face. That's what we need to see. Well, we can Tiny Toys and then evolve everything. Let's see what we give the... I mean, I probably should have done what I mentioned I was going to do on the previous turn. But this works out to... How do we want to do this? Well, we'll attack there. We probably... no, we shouldn't have attacked first. Wait. We can actually get rid of their half damage. We're going to cook up ourselves a victory with that one. So... Alright, how do we want to do this? I think we're going to probably want a cold storage. It is funny to actually get that as a... Yeah, let's shuffle this in, see if we can grab... I'm not going to grab anything cool. But then we're going to make them chill out a little bit. Let's put down the taunt. See if that actually matters. Because if they're running smite for some weird wacky reason, then you never know, that could actually come up.
My client has the heart.
Okay. Yes, overextend. And that is what we need to see. Overextend a little bit more, a little bit more. That'll do it. Let's just pop that. So I'd rather it not come back in a couple turns. Do some face damage. Could also evolve this, but I think this is fine. Behold, our boards are back. And they're going to get even more wacky in a turn or two. Ooh, that's going to equalize this a little bit. We can... Okay, so we can macaw. Oh, there's the last rider. Oh, I guess I didn't catch the macaw. We could have macawed and got rid of pre-science. That would have been good turn earlier, but it's fine, it's fine.
My client has...
That actually kind of helps us a little bit. Now everything comes back. And behold, the 4 horsemen without even running it. And I will never be ceased to be amazed by that animation. It's so cool. Okay, time for a game against Warlock. Good old Nemzi. What do you have in store for us? Probably should keep the Lightning Storm, but I think we're just going to keep everything here. Because if they're Imp, which is the one that I run into the most, then that could be a little bit problematic. Oh, gonna guys on their face.
Did you eat yet?
Let's go face. Krag'wa is at the bottom of the deck. that's both a good and a bad sign. If we draw into pre-science, that's a really good sign. But if we don't, then that is a really bad sign. Oh well. Okay, this really doesn't tell me what type of Warlock deck they're going to be. I'm assuming it's going to be a Thaddeus combo deck, which we kind of eat up for breakfast here. Because as long as we devolve their slime, they won't be able to get the win condition online. That's what, 4 mana? 4 or 5? I don't remember. I mean... Charge Call would have been good in a different version of this deck that I tried out. I briefly tried out a questline deck, and it did not turn out so well. Turns out that questline is just terrible. Okay, there goes their coin. Oh, so okay, that is not a card I thought I'd see out of Warlock. Huh. That is a type of deck that I would have probably tried out at some point. And then I just keep forgetting about it. The issue is, why run that version of... Because we can use Perpetual Flame, get rid of it. I'm assuming they're a Phylactrophy Warlock deck, but they're using the ghouls instead of the normal mine, which is kind of funny. Don't get me wrong, but... Okay, we can also use this Geyser to get us Krag'wa next turn. Ah, never mind. We're going to deal with that slime before it evolves into something horrendous for us. Oh, Radiant Elemental. Okay, let's just use our hero power attack base. Why not? Okay, so what do we want to get rid of here? Problem is, we do not want Plague Spreader if we can get Krag'wa in our hand. We need to get rid of that before. And I think Radiance of Ajara is sadly not going to make their appearance this game. I think I was thinking about doing something with Plague Spreader and Warlock. Can't remember what stopped. Oh, right, the mini set that got announced. Maybe we will try something like that. Maybe a hint for Monday. That's not going to do anything. Well, I would have preferred to have the Radiant Elemental, or Radiance of Ajara. I don't really need him for the combo. Tiny toys. Okay. Now that we have the Plague Spreader in hand, let's ping their face. Let's get Krag, then we'll start Kragging next turn. Ooh, we're gonna shatter their reality here. Okay, let's use Krag'wa. You don't know how many games it took me to finally get this stupid combo off. I don't think I've ever tested a deck for the channel as much as I tested this deck out. Holy shit. We are going to evolve this target just because I don't want to draw into anything else. We're going to try to keep our hand count as a minimum. Oh, they're not going to feel very invincible next turn. Ooh, Farsight's funny. I don't think we need Farsight yet. Wait, did we randomly generate the Scalding? Let's go with Lightning Storm, because we can actually use it maybe. Now, do we want to freeze out their minion? I want to loop with Krag'wa. I think we can afford one more loop before we need to freeze their minion. Because I think next turn, we'll scout their face, we'll freeze their taunt, and then we don't have enough mana for that. Oh, actually, we could Krag'wa, get the cards in hand. We're not going to be able to finish them off with the loop, but you don't know how much time this took to even get this close. Sometimes it's just not meant to be. Yeah, I think we're going to freeze. Hopefully they don't have anything for their face. If they heal their face, we're screwed. But I do think we probably do have to put down Krag'wa this turn, because we can afford to take 5 damage. Yeah, and then we'll freeze that out, warm up their face a little bit after freezing their minion. I guess it doesn't really matter what we grab here. Schooling is fine. Let's just evolve since we're done with the loop. A worse minion than Krag'wa? Is it even possible? I am kind of sad that Krag'wa never got any real big support before he probably will go bye-bye again. At least he isn't Staghelm. Staghelm really didn't get any support. They don't have anything. We did it. It only took 100+ games, but we finally did it. Or at least got close to it. Oh man. Let's put the fire out. Well, or start a fire here, I guess. And then now put it out. Alright, now that we're through the games, let's discuss my final thoughts with the deck. So, while this deck is incredibly funny, it is just not that good. I tried my hardest to make this combo work. I've been really wanting to use Krag'wa somewhere on the channel for quite a long time, and I figured once I saw cold storage, this would be the best opportunity to do so. And trust me, boy oh boy, did I try a bunch of different variants of this deck. As you can see with the number of games I actually played with it. The problem with the deck is you really do want to do the win condition in most games. However, you do need some backup plan in case your opponent actually gets rid of the Krag'wa. But because Evolved Shaman is such a spell-oriented deck, I figured it would be the perfect backup plan, as you can actually use Krag'wa to loop some tiny toys with Primordial Wave if you really need to. The other thing that's actually worth mentioning is Ajar and Scroll was shockingly really good in this version of the deck. It acted as ways to generate additional removal tools, and it also acted as ways to generate additional combo pieces such as Cold Storage or even a Lightning Bolt, while also providing what any good Infinite Loop deck needs, a way to starve off fatigue. Either way, this is not a deck that I can recommend you all playing unless you really want to use Krag'wa. Like always though, if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, bye bye.